And as you all know, I like to start with what I call mindfulness, which is beginning to pay attention to the things you normally don't pay attention to. So what we find with modern scientific research about the brain is that our brain will move in certain pathways that have been well worn. So if you are used to thinking about work, or you are used to worrying about money, or you are used to thinking in a certain way, those neural pathways are very strong. So just think of like a river or stream where the water is running, and the longer the water runs in that thing, it's creating a divot, it's creating a deeper groove, and then it's easier for water to run in that same groove, and then it gets deeper, and then it gets even easier for more water to run. Our mind is exactly like this. So what you'll likely find as you begin doing mindfulness is your thoughts get pulled in a certain direction. So many of you are taking a break from work, so you might find your mind just goes right back to thinking about the project you were just working on or what you have to do later. The key is just to notice that. And notice that you're also breathing. Notice that you can feel your toes. Notice the sound of my voice coming in and out of your awareness. Now again, because the channel, the groove of work is probably much deeper, you're going to find your thoughts turn back there very easily. So again, just when you notice that that's all consuming, you again just feel your toes, feel your fingertips. Notice the next breath that you're taking. And this might seem silly and like not very useful, but rest assured these techniques are thousands of years old. And they've been passed down for thousands of years for a reason, because they work. And modern research is beginning to bear this out. So we no longer have to just take the word of Buddhists or monks or nuns or yogis. We can see the changes in the brain. So when you go to that familiar place in your mind, again, which is a kind of a narrowing of your attention, then you notice that and you just relax and begin to notice more things. Feel the body, feel the breath, feel your heart. Notice the weight of your clothes on your skin. Notice the temperature of the air. Okay, so again, silly little things you normally tune out. This is the time to begin to tune back in to those things. Okay, so you're not going to get a lot of work done during this class. So we just put those thoughts aside. Okay, let's begin with a cattail today. So bring the left leg in and just cradle that leg a little bit. Give it a little squeeze, move it around a little bit. And then we'll take that leg straight up and drop it over to the right. Prop your head up on your right hand and elbow. Take the bottom leg, move it back, and then bending the knee, grab the foot. And this is a cattail. So we do this in yin a lot, but we're doing it to begin opening up the hip and the thigh, the front of the hip and the thigh. So most of you have heard me say in the past, in order to do deep back bend work, the front of the hips, the spine, and then the shoulders all need to be opened up. Okay, so this is a great way to open the hips and actually the shoulder a little bit. The position we're in here with pressing the foot towards the buttocks is something that we will be using later on in the class. This is a very appropriate way to begin the practice today. Oh, I forgot to do the breathing, so let's begin that now. So inhale, belly, ribs, chest, exhale, chest, ribs, belly, and then begin the ujjayi sound, the ocean sound at the back of the throat. Okay, let's go ahead and roll back onto our back, and we just notice the two sides. And again, hopefully they feel a little bit different. Let's do the second side. So we bring the right leg in this time, we cradle it, give it a good stretch. And then inhale up and exhale over. Prop your head back up, move the left leg back, and then just grab that foot. Now again, hopefully you can see my elbow and my arm. And again, this is something that we will be doing later in the class when we do the half frog. Okay, so just remember this, what you're doing, you're pressing your foot forward, and that creates a stretch in the front of the hip and the thigh, and that's exactly what we want. We're breathing very slowly and deeply, and again, that communicates to the nervous system on a very primal level that you are safe. The body does not need to tense up or defend itself. It can really let go into what we're doing. Good, and then we just relax that leg and we roll back onto our back. Let's bring both legs in and we will rock up to a seat and then come forward into a tabletop. In tabletop, we begin the cat-cow, just warming up the spine and the back. And then when you're done with that, the down dog. So the cat-cow especially is a good check-in for back bend work. What do we feel there? Is there a lot of pain, a lot of sensation? Then if there is, maybe we need to not do our maximum or not try and push to our edge, have a very soft edge rather than a more aggressive edge in today's practice. Okay, let's take a breath here in our downward dog, a breath or two. And with our exhale, we walk the feet to the hands, coming into a ragdoll. This is also a good check-in for the back. How does it feel? Usually, when my back is not feeling great, it will be quite sensitive in this position. Back is feeling pretty strong today. It's been getting better and better over the last few weeks, which is very encouraging. Okay, arms are relaxed. We inhale and roll up to a standing position. And now we begin the slightly more aggressive sun salutation sequence. So with the feet touching, we inhale, arms up, touch palms, and lift the heart. And this is our first back bend, other than cat-cow, or if you count cat-tail. So this is sort of our first active back bend. So again, I'd like you to focus on lengthening the front side of your body from the pubic bone through the chin, and you're going up and over. Imagine a beach ball. So it's this kind of a movement, not a dropping back movement. An up and over movement is what we're looking for, and that creates the length that we want, that creates that stretch on the front of the body. Okay, let's inhale through center and we exhale to a forward fold. This is essentially the opposite of what we were just doing. So we'll see if we can get the palms flat, and we can bend the knees as much as necessary and really empty those lungs as we fold into this forward fold. Good. Inhaling, we come to the fingertips or take hands to shins to lengthen out the spine. And as we exhale, we plant the hands, step the right and then the left foot to the top of a push-up. All right. From here, we take a deep breath, drop those knees, and as we exhale, we come down halfway. Take a breath here, and then exhale all the way down. Once you're on your belly, bring the feet together, gently press them into the mat, and then inhale, lift your hands, head, neck, chest. So stage 1 Cobra, we do this every week, but again, today I really want to emphasize that strengthening in the back muscles, the posterior chain. And again, if this is really difficult for you to hold, then you probably have quite a bit of weakness back there. The answer is not avoiding this posture. That's not going to solve that problem. The answer would be doing more of something like this, maybe doing reps, making it part of your morning routine, okay? Now, once we put the hands down, we're not really using the back muscles, not in the same way, so keep that in mind. That's going to be more about flexibility. This is more about strengthening the muscles, which is very, very important. All right, exhale, we come down. Inhale, tabletop, and exhale to downward facing dog. Let's take a breath. So not all back bends are created equal. They will not all have the same physical effect. Okay, so we need one type will affect the joints more, another will strengthen muscles more. That's a generalization, but it's worth keeping in mind. Okay, inhale to the toes, exhale front edge of the mat. Inhale, standing back bend. So maybe we go a little deeper as we warm up. And then grabbing the right wrist, we exhale to the half moon. Okay, so you're looking up in front of this shoulder, and that will roll that shoulder back, keep it back, and that will help us target this side line here that runs all the way up and down the side of the body here. It's a fascial line, a connective tissue line. Again, up and over, not straight down. So we're not dropping down from here. We're going up and over. Let's inhale back to center, switch wrists, and we exhale to the other side. Up and over, and again, looking up and rolling that shoulder back. Good, let's inhale back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift, and then exhale left foot, and then the right to the top of a push-up. Okay, knees up or down, your choice, but we'll do the exact same thing. Take a deep breath in, exhale halfway down. Take another breath, and then exhale all the way to your belly. This time, inhale, press into the hands, and keep the hips down, but use the arms. Okay, so now we are working spinal flexibility. Again, an important part of what we're doing, but we aren't going to strengthen the back nearly as much because our arms are doing the work. The arms might strengthen. If you do this, you're not going to strengthen anything. Just FYI. Okay, you will work your flexibility more, but once you lock out your arms like this, you're not really using arm strength. So unless the arms are bent, you're not going to strengthen the arms. You're also not going to strengthen your back here. Okay? All right, exhale, come on down. Inhale, top of the push-up, and exhale, downward dog. Let's breathe. All right. One more. Inhale, toes. Exhale, front edge of the mat. Inhale, standing back bend. Exhale, stretch your right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, stretch the left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, sit into an imaginary seat, chair pose. All right, good. Inhale, standing back bend, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Let's inhale to half lift, and we exhale, if possible, right to the bottom of a push-up. Inhale, straighten arms and legs for up dog, knees off the ground. And then exhale, do a push-up on your way back to the downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right, I don't know about you, but I definitely feel my core body temperature has been raised. I'm starting to perspire slightly, and that's pretty much exactly what we want. Just a little sheen of sweat would be perfect right now. Just starting to break a little sweat, okay? All right, feet touch. Inhale, right leg. Three-legged dog. Whoops, hit my gong there. And then exhale, lunge, and inhale to a crescent lunge. I'm going to turn so when we flow, I can face the camera. All right, crescent lunge, great for opening up those hip flexors. So right here at the front of the hip. So we're lunging the knee over the heel, left hip forward, right hip back. The left heel is pressing toward the ground. So please look at my foot if you can. It's not this. It's not that. We're pressing back. Okay, I see this in class. It's like people think they're doing ballet. So we're not doing that. We're pressing that heel back. It will not touch the ground if you're doing this properly. Okay, directly behind the heel or the toes. The heel directly behind the toes. Pressing back. Leg is straight, but left hip forward, right hip back. Arms are up and back, framing the ears. Breath is deep, rhythmic, and slow. All right, let's add a little flow. So exhale, bend the arms. Inhale, come up into stupa. Exhale, crescent lunge at the back. Feel the stretch at the hip flexors again, okay? Good, inhale up, stupa. And exhale, crescent lunge at the front again. Good, let's do that again. Inhale up and exhale, crescent lunge at the back. One more time, inhale and exhale, crescent lunge at the front. Good, this time inhale up and exhale to a warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Okay, so the front foot and knee pretty much identical, but now the pelvis and the chest try and face the left wall, okay? And then the arms, instead of being up here, we bring them down. Back leg, the difference is we've grounded that heel, okay? And it's going to feel different because the orientation, the pelvis has changed. So we'll feel completely different in the hips. Maybe not the front leg so much, but the back leg, okay? The gaze is out over the front fingertips. And again, this is a strength posture. It's a power posture in yoga. The name, it's all there in the name, right? This isn't called flying eagle, or even that would be a pretty strong name. But it's called a warrior pose. So what is the embodiment of a warrior? And we're not talking about violence or death or killing or anything like that, but just that strength of a warrior, someone who's willing to stand up for what she believes. Okay, and so we believe in ourselves, we want to stand up for ourselves. So we stay in the pose because we believe we're strong enough to do that. Right? This is showing I don't believe I'm strong enough. This shows I don't believe I'm, maybe just psychologically, right? Maybe you're just like, oh, tired. I don't like holding this pose. Well, it's showing psychological weakness. Maybe physically you know you could do it, but you just choose not to. Again, let's find that strength. All right, so inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bottom of the push-up. We're going to make our way to the downward dog. And we'll try the other side. So this is something I've been emphasizing a bit lately in classes, the psychological aspect, because I see people doing that. Dropping their arms, straightening their legs, coming out of the poses. Now, if you really need to, you need to, and do it. Okay, but just keep in mind that our goal is to overcome that physical or mental or emotional or psychological inertia that prevents us from doing something like that, from being strong and embodying that in the shape. Okay, side 2, feet touch. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, lunge, and inhale to crescent lunge. Also a very powerful, strong posture. Okay. We're opening up the front of the hip here. Again, those arms are up and back. Our breath is deep, rhythmic, and slow. We're strengthening this front thigh. Good. Exhale, let's bend those arms. We inhale up to stupa to transition. Exhale, back of the mat. Just bend those arms, sink into it. Let's repeat that. Inhale up and exhale, front of the mat. Feel the hips as you sink in. Good. Couple more times. Inhale and exhale, crescent lunge. One more. Inhale and exhale, crescent lunge. Good. Inhale up, stupa, and then exhale to a warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Okay. So again, just finding that strength. And I encourage you to find strength in your breath. So one thing you can try when you're feeling kind of weak and tired is, instead of believing and focusing on that thought, I'm too weak, I'm too tired, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, we put those thoughts aside and we just instead focus on that next breath and just feel how much strength and power is in that inhalation. And if you're feeling agitated, then notice how relaxing the next exhale is, how calming it is. And if you really do that, you might get the sense, you know what, I could do this all day long. Just sort of riding that wave of power on the inhale and calmness on the exhale. What more do you need than that in life? Power, strength, vitality, and exhale, calm, peace, grounding, centeredness. Okay, let's inhale, crescent lunge, and exhale, bottom of the push-up. You make your way to downward dog. Okay, so today we're focusing on back bend. So let's exhale down onto the belly, and we'll bring our arms out in front of us, just like we're diving into a pool. Okay? And then on the next inhale, what we'll do is lift the head and lift the right leg and arm pretty much as high as we can lift them. So again, this is isolating the posterior chain. Good. Exhale, come on down, turn your head to one side, take a deep breath in, exhale with a sigh. And then mouth or chin to the mat, inhale, lift the left side, lift your head as well. Good. Exhale, come down, turn the head in the opposite direction, take a deep breath in, exhale with a sigh. Good. From there, you can inhale back to down dog or the top of a tabletop or the top of your push-up, and you can vinyasa from there if you like. But make your way to down dog. From the down dog, we'll inhale to the toes, fill the lungs, and exhale to the front edge of the mat. Inhale to standing back bend, up and back. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale to the half lift and exhale right to the bottom of your push-up low plank position. Okay, from our downward dog, let's bring feet to touch. We inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. And then we will inhale to the crescent lunge. And we'll integrate Warrior 2 into the flow. So exhale, bend the arms. And then we inhale up. And then exhale to Warrior 2, still facing the front of the mat. Inhale up, again, Stupa. And then exhale, Warrior 2, facing the back of the mat. And then inhale to the crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, bend the arms. Let's inhale up. Exhale to Warrior 2 again. Nice. We inhale up. Exhale, Warrior 2 at the front. Inhale up. And then exhale, bend the arms for crescent. Okay, from here, inhale, step the back foot in enough to square your hips and raise your arms up, framing your ears. Cross the right thumb over the left as you join the palms together. You can temple the fingers if you'd like. It's optional for you. Okay. And then from there, we take a nice deep breath and exhale as we come into the pyramid, Parsvottanasana. So we're coming forward and down. Once the hands reach the ground, we bring them to either side of the foot. And we bring our forehead perhaps all the way to our knee, or as close as we can get it. The legs are straight, the heels are down, okay? Good. Inhale, look forward, bend the knee, exhale, bottom of the push-up, making your way to down dog. Okay, from there, feet touch, inhale, left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, lunge, and inhale to crescent lunge. Exhale, bend the arms. Inhale, Stupa. Exhale, Warrior 2, facing front. Inhale, Stupa. Exhale, Warrior 2, facing back. Inhale, Stupa. Exhale, crescent lunge, facing back. Let's repeat that. Inhale, up. And exhale, warrior. Inhale. Exhale, warrior. Opposite direction. Inhale. Exhale, crescent, facing front. Good. Inhale, step it in, square the hips, left thumb over right. Again, you can temple fingers if you'd like. Take a deep breath in. Heels are down, legs are straight. We're folding from the hips. And again, my hands reach the ground or two blocks. Then I place them on the ground, either side of the foot, and I bring my forehead toward the knee. Good. Inhale, look forward, bend the knee. Exhale, bottom of your push-up. Make your way to downward dog. Okay, nice work. From there, let's take a deep breath in. We exhale back onto the belly. We'll take a look at what's called the half bow. And part of the reason we're doing half bow here is so you don't do it later. Very often when people do yoga is they don't actually listen to what the teacher is saying. I know this because I teach a lot. they just assume they know what the teacher is going to teach. And the reason I know this is because I teach a lot of things that other teachers don't teach, at least not very often. So I see people going to what they think I'm going to teach just automatically. They're like, oh, he's doing this pose, and I'm not. Okay? So this is a very common pose. You've probably done it before in one form or another. And it's called the bow, the floor bow. And it's actually half floor bow. So we start in the same position. And then bending the right knee, you reach back and you grab the foot or the ankle or the shin. Your foot can flex or point. And if this hurts, you will just repeat this, which is lifting the arm and the leg up, okay? It's not going to be the same, but it will be a similar benefit. Okay, inhale, kicking up and back. We lift the head and we lift the leg and the shoulder, the chest, right? With the ribs and the hip are still on the ground. Good. Exhale, come on down, turn your head to one side and take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, side two, we bend the left knee, grab the foot, ankle, or shin. Inhale, kicking up and back. Good. Exhale, come on down, turn your head the opposite way. Take a deep breath, exhale with a sigh. Good. From there, make your way back to down dog. Again, you can go through tabletop, you can push up, you can vinyasa. Lots of ways to get there, but just make your way back. Okay, from our downward dog, feet are touching. We inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. And then inhale to crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, bend those arms. Inhale up to stupa. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale up stupa. Exhale, warrior two at the back. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, just bend the arms. And then inhale, step the back foot in, straighten the arms and the legs, and exhale to pyramid. Good. Inhale, stand back up. Exhale, step back into crescent. Arms are bent. Inhale, back up, stupa. Exhale, warrior two at the back. Inhale, stupa. Exhale, warrior two at the front. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, just bend the arms in preparation. And then inhale, step it in. And exhale to pyramid. Okay, from pyramid pose, inhale, look up and lift the left leg. Okay. Now the foot is flexed, the toes, the knee, and the hip are pointing straight down. With your next inhale, you lift the arms up and we come into warrior three. This isn't a back bend per se, but it strengthens many of the same muscles as the back bend. Okay. So lifting that left leg up, lifting those arms up, keeping our torso raised, that's going to strengthen those same muscles. Good. Exhale, bottom of the push-up, make your way back to downward dog. Let's do the other side. Feet touch. Inhale left. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, arms. Inhale, up. Exhale, warrior two at the back. Inhale, up. Exhale, warrior two. Oh, sorry, warrior two at the back this time. Sorry about that. Inhale, crescent. And exhale, bend those arms. Good. Inhale, step it in. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand back up. Exhale to crescent lunge with the arms bent. Inhale, up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge. Inhale, step it in. Exhale, forward fold, pyramid. And then inhale, lift the left heel. Or sorry, the right heel. And then the arms with the next breath. Warrior three. Good. Exhale, bottom of the push-up, make your way to downward facing dog. Okay, from there, exhale onto your belly. And let's take a look at one of today's peak postures. You could say we have 3 or even more today, possibly, depending on how you want to look at the practice. So, here's the first one. Prop yourself up on the elbows. The left elbow is directly under your left shoulder, so not in front, to the side, or behind the shoulder, okay? And you're bringing the forearm parallel with the front edge of your mat. So you're propped up on your left side. Bend the right knee and reach back, grab the foot. Now, if this hurts your knee or your ankle or your hip, you need to not do it, okay? And you should probably talk with me after class. Ideally, this is not dangerous, okay? Again, look at my elbow. Remember from the beginning of class? So I'm not doing this, right? We already did that. That's called floor bow. Now I'm pressing down. Okay, so I press down, and if I can, I turn my fingers around and grab my toes with my fingers. And again, I'm applying pressure downward. This is called half frog, Ardha Bekasana. I can stay here. It is a back bend, however. So if I'd like to do a deeper back bend, left hand to the ground, and I press myself up and back into a deeper back bend. Good. Exhale. Come down and let's switch sides. So again, right elbow under the shoulder, forearm parallel with the front edge of the mat. Left knee bends, I reach back, and again, I am pressing down. Notice my elbow is bent. I grab the toes if I can, and then again, if I have it, I can straighten the right arm and press myself back a little further. Good. Exhale, come on down and make your way back to the downward dog. So that's called Ardha Bekasana, half frog. What we'd like to do now is do that same thing standing on one leg. So from downward dog, inhale to your toes and exhale, step, jump, float, front edge of the mat. Inhale to standing back bend and exhale, relax the arms. Okay, so generally it's going to be a little harder because we're adding in balance, but we're going to do essentially the same exact thing. So I bend the right knee, I grab the foot. Again, notice my elbow. I'm not doing this. Okay, that's called the dancer or the bow pose. Okay, the standing bow. This is the standing frog. Again, if I can grab my toes, I grab my toes. I'm pressing my foot forward. Okay, notice my foot is in line with my torso. It's not back there. Inhale, left arm up, and an exhale, hinging from the hips. So this is adding the back bend element. Head, neck, chest face forward, and my pelvis faces the ground. Good. Inhale, come on up, and exhale, release the pose. Side 2. Good. Inhale, come on up, and exhale, release the pose. Inhale, standing back bend, and exhale, forward fold. Hopefully at this point you feel how open your back bends are, okay? Because we've really opened up the areas we need to open in order to do deep back bend work. So that's what we're going to do next. Go ahead and come onto your belly, and we'll take a look at what's called the full frog. Okay, full frog. So we come onto the belly, and what we do is exact same thing, except we're not going to prop ourselves up, and we're going to do both feet at the same time. Okay, so it's almost like parallel bars at the gym. You're like pressing down on the feet, and that lifts you into the back bend. So bending both knees. Again, it's not this. It's not that, okay? The reason I'm emphasizing that is when I teach in person, I always see somebody doing that, at least one person. So we're pressing down, okay? And then, again, if I can grab the toes, I do, and then that lifts me up. Good. Exhale, come on down. Take a deep breath. Arms out like wings, bend the knees, and just very gently let the feet go side to side, okay? Good. From there, we can press back into Vajrasana, kneeling. And then let's inhale up into a kneeling position for Parigasana, the gate pose. Okay, so to do gate, we take the left leg to the left, straight out to the side. Inhale the right arm up, and exhale the left arm down the left leg until we feel a stretch in our waist. And again, looking up and rolling, I'm looking in front of my right arm, rolling that shoulder back. Good. Inhale, come on up, and exhale, bring it in. And let's try the other side. So left leg to the left. Inhale, or sorry, right leg to the right. Inhale, left arm up, and then exhale. Coming up, over, stretching that left waist. Good. Inhale, let's come back up. And we exhale back to Thunderbolt, Vajrasana. Let's take a deep breath in, exhale with a sigh. Okay, so frog is a pretty intense back bend, but it's not very deep. And again, deep back bend work can be very good for us on many levels. So let's explore that now. Coming back up to a kneeling position, you can tuck the toes if you'd like, hands to the low back, preparing for camel. Inhale, lift the heart, hips go forward. And again, you can let your chin go back, you can grab your heels if those things feel safe for you to do. Good. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, thunderbolts. Take a deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. Good. This inhale to tabletop. Exhale, hips go in one direction. Inhale, center. Exhale, hips go in the opposite direction. Good. Let's cross those ankles. Bring our legs out in front of us. Okay, from here, legs are straight, feet are flexed, spine is straight. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Okay, arms with the ears. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, hands behind you. Fingers point toward the buttocks. Point your feet forward, and then inhale, lift the hips as high as you can. Good. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, arms out in front of you. Exhale, roll back. Okay, one more back bend, potentially our deepest. So bending the knees, feet and knees hip distance or wider. Inhale, lift the hips. Interlace fingers, join the palms, shrug one shoulder under and then the other. So this is not particularly deep. This is the bridge. It's not particularly deep, but it's very safe, generally speaking. If you'd like to go deeper, then release the hands, bring them alongside your head, and then pressing into hands and feet, lift up to what's called the upward bow. When you're ready to come down, come on down and let your knees knock. Okay, so your knees are in against one another. Take a deep breath, exhale with a sigh. And then we just let the knees drop side to side. Okay, from there we hug those legs in, give them a nice squeeze, make some circles. And then with the arms out to the sides, let's take both knees to the left as you look to the right. Let your breathing be natural now. Good. Inhale, knees through center. And then exhale to the opposite side. Inhale back to center. Let's grab the soles of the feet, happy baby. And you can give your legs and hips a stretch. You can give your back a stretch. You can roll on your back, massaging the sacrum and the spine. So take your time with this unwinding, lingering tension as best as you can. Might not be perfect. And then when you feel you've done that, unwind into Shavasana, the corpse pose. Set a timer for 5 or 6 minutes. And remember, you can always go longer. Okay, so you just don't really want to do shorter than that. You 5 or 6 minutes in the least, and possibly longer. Okay.